Hey,
Hey, good
what's going
morning.
on?
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
We gabbed the whole night through. Good morning.
Do, 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 do. Is this legal to put on YouTube?
Well, that's why I stopped, but you
Okay.
kept going.
Hey, we got a bunch of emails.
Wow, it's a mailbag episode. It's been a minute.
I know it has been.
The people want to hear from us or have comments and they want to hear themselves? Ooh.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question. But you know what? Who cares? I'm just
Who
glad
cares?
to get emails.
Sam, aren't you glad?
Yeah.
What?
We have a first-time writer.
We do?
Yeah, Michael Del Vasto.
Oh, Mike. Our good friend and patron and
I love
Canadian.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike says, "Hey, Seth, and maybe Mitch if she reads the email. I'm not sure which one checks the emails."
You'll never know, except you do know because it's not me.
Yeah, it's me. He said, "I'm listening to the Clueless episode, and I have some comments and questions. Sorry for how lengthy it is. First off, the guest you had on for this episode was amazing. I can't remember her name, but she was so good. A natural podcaster." Winky face.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like my winky face?
It was great. I really can't wink.
No?
Like, it kind of makes it look like I have something in my eye.
I can do it, but it looks like a...
Like, I look like...
Yikes, you look like Sylvester Stallone getting beat up in Rocky.
I don't know what that is.
He says, "I hope to hear her again in the future." And of course, he's referring to Liz, Michelle's co-host.
That's right, over on Total Betty.
Yeah. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed having her on the episode. I didn't have to talk as much, which is always amazing.
Well, and also it's our favorite movie ever, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Secondly, Seth, you and I are the same person. I am also afraid of heights, and that I'm just going to be thrown off of something. Every day when I go to the gym, I have to walk across a bridge. I would not go, I'm just saying, if I had to walk across a bridge. And I walk in the middle of the sidewalk and keep my eyes looking straight. And I also think about, what if the bridge falls or I trip and fall over the edge? Yes, agreed.
Wow. I like that he faces his fear every day.
Yeah?
Wow, Mike.
I also don't like to hold my phone while on the bridge because what if the wind picks up and blows my phone over? Or I trip and my phone goes flying over and I happen to fall with it. These
I
are
have
all...
anxiety thinking about this right now.
Yeah. Well, my new thing is, what if I'm walking and someone just picks me up and throws me over? What if I'm not even the one who does it?
Oh yeah, I have that fear too.
At the start of the episode, you were reading people's emails about 10 Things I Hate About You, and it sounded like you were agreeing with someone that this was the best Shakespeare movie, and you added Romeo and Juliet as well. I hope you weren't talking about the Leo version, because that is horrible. I was talking about the Leo version, and it is not horrible. It's amazing, and it's awesome, and it's perfect. But also, what about She's the Man and Lion King? Wouldn't you say those are two of the best modern-day Shakespeare? I wouldn't. I don't like The Lion King, as I have been very vocal in public about.
You don't like any part of it?
No, it sucks.
You don't cry when Mufasa dies? What? You don't have a soul. Ugh.
I don't. That's fine. Anyway, I guess I should have my comments about the actual movie Clueless. I think I saw the show first. Same here. And for the longest time, I thought it was the same Cher. Rachel and Alicia looked the same to me when I was younger. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I remember enjoying it. I go by the rule that any movie with Paul Rudd is going to be an enjoyable movie. That's true.
Agreed.
Keep up the great work. Can't wait for the OC episodes. Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
We
I'm
are
glad
very
that
excited
someone
about that.
else shares my unnatural fear of heights.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if we've like officially announced anywhere other than our Discord that we're going to be doing a little mini series on the OC for the 20th anniversary next month.
It happened. Everyone
And Michelle is so excited.
got Seth to watch the first season of the OC.
And I loved it.
Wow. That just makes my heart echo and speechless.
We got another email from someone near and dear to both of our hearts, but maybe more near to your heart physically. We got an email from Anthony.
Husband.
Yeah.
He
And it's
sent
a
that
little
in
bit-
last minute.
Yes. It's a little bit of an ant rant, which the people have
Ooh.
been begging for.
I know, right? Ben really wanted an ant rant.
Yep. So
All
the
right.
subject line is restaurants When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
He says, this is addressed to me.
all right.
So I hope
'Cause
he intended for this to be read because if
Well, I
not-
don't think he would have sent it via text.
Right.
We were about to record, and he's like, I sent an email. I'm like, is this jabroni kidding me?
Right.
Too late.
He wasn't.
No.
And it's not too late.
I know.
He says, Seth, I've never worked in restaurants, so my opinion is skewed. But if something completely wrong comes out, like not anything that I ordered, I'm saying something. Anthony's referring to in the When Harry Met Sally episode, I said, I don't speak up ever. I never complain in restaurants. Unless it was takeout, then I just deal with it. But you have to say something. Not to be rude about it, but you have to speak up and be your own advocate. No one is looking out for you, and it's not like anyone did that on purpose. Probably. That's true. If they get offended, then they suck as a restaurateur or are just terrible at their job. That's also true. But they can't go around thinking they nailed it. How else will they get better? I like that he's thinking about their learning. You know what I mean? Their
He
progression.
always is. He's
Yeah.
always thinking about the evolution of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, so like what? You get something completely wrong for your order and they come around and ask how everything is and you're just like, good, no complaints. And then tip them? On the flip side, it could be destiny that you got the wrong food. I like this ant flip here.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you
An ant flip.
narrowly avoided food poisoning. Or maybe you will get food poisoning and that was deserved for something you have wronged in the past. Anyway, I disagree with you. Let people order whatever they want. Unless it's like a Michelin star restaurant or world famous chef. But otherwise, let the customers decide. So, I think that Anthony is right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that me not speaking up isn't like a general rule of how everyone should act. It's more just my own like anxiety and
Sure.
like, people pleasing and trying to like not exist.
If
in
you
real
were
life.
served a bowl of eyeballs, a la
Okay.
Shrek style,
Yeah,
are you
uh-huh.
speaking up?
Yes, I will speak up.
Okay.
If one day I'm at a restaurant and I am served a bowl of eyeballs
By accident. By
by
accident.
accident that I did not order. Now, I will say this. If I went to a restaurant and they had bowl of eyeballs on the menu, I'm ordering that. Because if it's on the menu, it's going to be good.
You're just
You know
like
what I mean?
Shrek. You are just like
Oh
Shrek
my
because when we did the episode, you're like, it's so disgusting. He's eating eyeballs. And it's like, probably good to Shrek. And
Thank
you're
you,
saying
Anthony.
if they're on the menu, you're definitely ordering the eyeballs.
Absolutely, I am.
Right, because you're Shrek.
Yeah.
Moving on. Thank you, husband.
Thank you, Anthony. That was good. I think you gave a well-rounded rebuttal to my very ridiculous stance on
Yeah.
things.
He always does.
We got an email from Jamila.
Jamila.
The subject is "You've got mail." Winky face.
I love
The
it.
wink came back around.
Are you proud?
Yeah.
You got to do it again?
Yeah. She says, "Dear movie friends, hi. How's it
Hi.
going? Good. I'm
going well.
sweating, as you can
Sweating.
tell by the sheen on my face.
I feel I have swamp ass right now.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's
I'm gonna try to keep it short because I know you guys know from the Discord how I tend to prattle on about stuff I like. That is
Does
not
she?
true.
That is not true at
yeah.
all.
I feel like everyone in the Discord is actually very polite. Like no one is really like rambling and going on and on.
The only
and
one who
on.
rambles is you.
I know. I'm trying
Right.
to keep, I'm trying to, like stir the pot. Get things, and like I want to respond to people and.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Jamila, I think you're perfect.
But Jamila definitely doesn't.
Never.
Go on.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
She says, I loved the When Harry Met Sally episode. Thanks, Jamila. I do understand the issue you had with the tagline / the central question that's reiterated throughout the movie. Whether men and women can be friends without sex getting in the way, not being disproved. I understand them getting together is a little cliche, and having them stay platonic would have been a more novel and commendable choice, but I just feel that it abandons that question for the more interesting notion that genuine friendship is the first step to a loving and secure relationship. That's another
true.
Part. That is another
so
part
true.
of it. Yes. See, I think this isn't really a movie about maintaining platonic relationships with the opposite sex. It's about falling in love with your best friend and the idea that being as intimate and open with each other made them more compatible in the end. I also disagree with Seth. I'm getting put through the ringer today for that episode. About the diner scene. Yes, normally Sally would not put on a scene like that, but I think it just goes to show the influence Harry has on her from all the time they started spending together. And like Michelle said, she really wanted to make a point to him. So that's all I wanted to say. Or is it? Keep movieing, Jamila.
Cute. I like that. Keep moving because it's
Yeah.
moving pictures and we're movie
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Cute, Jamila. I see you.
P.S.
Oh, yes.
Thank your brother for me for keeping my P.S. gag alive. She was the originator of the P.S., the multiple
Oh
P.S.s.
my gosh.
P.P.S. Yes, Ben, it is P.P.S. P.P.P.S. You Ron, which is a reference to our encounter with the great David Krumholtz.
Yeah.
P.P.P.P.S. I don't even know if this is a thing. I'm glad we can all agree that Meg Ryan is a treasure.
Treasure.
Absolutely she is.
Thanks, Jamila.
We got an email from Ben, speaking of Ben, which
Our
says
email
mail
guy.
call in response to
Mail
our
call.
call out for some emails. He says, is Mitch a fan of Doctor Who?
I have seen the first season with
Okay.
the original Doctor.
Okay.
It was good, and then I fell
Like
off.
like the original black and white?
I
Or the reboot, like the new ones in like the 2000s?
think it was with the 2000. It must have been 2000s. I watched it with Andrew, so
Okay.
whatever he was showing me. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was very entertaining, but I didn't continue.
Sure. Follow-up question. He says, what is her favorite TV show that she doesn't have a podcast for? Can I
The
guess?
Sopranos.
Oh.
Op, op.
I was going to say Laverne and Shirley, but
I love
I think
Laverne
that's
and Shirley.
yeah.
Yeah, but Sopranos, Schitt's Creek. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could one of those things be brewing in the background, perhaps?
No.
Are we going to do, when we're finished with Freaks and Geeks, are we going to do season 1 of The Sopranos, where I finally watch season 1 of
my
The
God.
Sopranos and talk about it?
Please. If
And
if
we'll-
if
and
the
we'll call
long
it
con, what? Go ahead.
Sopranos?
Yes,
That's Sopranos?
that's perfect. If there's any long con of me doing this with you, is to get you to watch the OC, and then the cherry on top would be Sopranos. I think my mission's complete.
Okay, hey. Stay tuned, folks. We might be doing That's Sopranos coming to a Patreon near you.
And if you want, once that happens, I'm gonna disappear, and that's it for Movie Friends. It was all a dream.
We got a really quick email from Sean.
I love quick emails.
This one says, hey, movie friends. Sorry this question is so late, but do you think Ali Sheedy's character in The Breakfast Club, talking about our Breakfast Club episode,
Yeah.
really did nothing wrong to get Saturday detention? Or was that just one of her lies? If it was a lie, what do you think she did to get detention?
This is
Also-
a great question. Oh,
I think you two should try Allison's sandwich for a future gross food combination video. I think that's a great idea, Sean.
that is a great idea, Sean. I don't want to do that, but I'll do it for you. I think she was lying. I think
Yeah.
she did do something wrong. I've thought about this a lot, actually. I just never expressed that to you. I don't know. I think she probably like was disruptive in class by not being disruptive in like a weird way. She caused attention or something. Or maybe she stole something.
It's possible.
What do you think? Do you have thoughts?
I think she didn't have anything better to do. I don't think she was lying.
Okay. If that were the case,
Yeah.
don't you have to check in to detention? Like, be like, what are you here for? Isn't there a list of students who should be in detention?
They didn't do that, though. He just
But I
walks
think it's
in
just
and
something
he's
we
like, "Hey."
didn't see. Like, he knew who was attending detention. I think she did do something wrong.
Possible. But I think maybe it's also part of her character just being so in the background that she's not even noticed.
She's not noticed. Or maybe she skipped gym class or something.
Maybe.
And that's why she got detention.
Differing opinions. We got an email from Betsy.
Betsy, cat lover.
She says, "Hello, movie friends. Apologies for the essay you're about to read, but I have a number of thoughts on The Truman Show and wanted to share a few." We're like all over, man. People were responding.
Isn't that great, though?
It is. Like we said, we love it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the success of this movie had to do with it coming out in 1998. Combine the factors of the birth of reality TV, a technology boom, the millennium, the fear of Y2K. You had half the world living in the past, and the rest looking to the future. Very astute, Betsy.
I was like, who's Betty? It's Betsy. Get your act together.
Total Betsy.
Yes. Total Betsy.
The movie begs so many questions about morality, humanity, and self-autonomy that it's more than a simple dramedy. It still has relevance now if you apply it to the world of social media influencers, where you're constantly deceived about their true reality. In short, this movie is a philosopher's dream. Agreed. You spoke about the modern problem of documenting children and sharing their whole life without their consent. There's a horrifying documentary called 3 Identical Strangers that takes the concept to disturbing degrees. I agree. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Amazing documentary. On Truman's butt. I think the answer is simpler than you think. He's digging his escape hole, but has to hide it. His friend emerges in the garden, so that seems the logical reason.
Huh.
Lastly, imagine if they did one of those reality TV style reunions for this movie. All the actors come together as their Truman Show characters to talk about what it was like inside the dome. What a meta project that would be.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Betsy.
That is fantastic, Betsy.
Wouldn't that be great?
Can someone write a fanfic and send it to us? I'm constantly requesting fanfics from listeners,
I know.
BT Dubs.
We request a lot of things from listeners, but you know
I
what?
do. Listen, I'm here.
You
You're
deserve
listening
it.
to
They
me.
They should
Well,
be
also,
doing...
it's like I want to hear your thoughts and how you think. And if you have fanfics, send it my way.
Yeah. Imagine that Michelle is like stuck in this like bubble with just me to talk to about movies. She is desperate to talk to other people about them. Okay? Please reach out to her.
Yeah.
Betsy, she's a co-host of a podcast, Never Seen It, with Betsy and Trent. And we always hear from Betsy, and we never hear from Trent. What's up with that?
Yo,
Come on,
maybe Trent is like a Newman and Zach situation.
Oh, you think Betsy's making Trent up?
I don't know. Maybe Trent's being held captive.
Betsy would be very good at voices if that was the case, because I've listened to many episodes, and they appear to be different people.
They appear, but we never hear from Trent.
It'd be crazy if she like walked around to the other side of the table to do his voice instead of just doing them simultaneously.
Do we know what Trent looks like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
All right. I guess Trent's real.
that was like a prank because we have one last email from Trent.
No!
The subject is When Trent Met Movie Friends. Between the convos regarding straight men and women being friends, ordering in restaurants, and not meeting significant others at events before you actually met, I had to write in.
He's like, I've had it. I
Yes.
have got to send my piece to movie friends.
He was on the limit. It was on the line. And then one more, he was like, that's it. I'm done.
Coming in hot, Trent. I can't wait.
We broke Trent's silence. Last things first. My wife Betsy and I were at the same performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream in 2000, while we were going to different high schools 11 years before we met. Wonderful. We also went to the same air show in 2007. She was also friends with about half a dozen people I graduated with. I also have an ex-girlfriend I dated around 2009 that went to the same concert as I did in 2005 while living hours apart. So clearly Trent has experience with this.
Okay, he's an expert.
Regarding ordering in restaurants. While I'm not the guy who is going to give instructions to the waitstaff as to how many sesame seeds I want on my sandwich, I will ask them to not include certain things if I know I won't like them. And I think I said that too. I was like, the most that I will say if I'm ordering is no whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I will do that or I'll just pick it off because it's like whatever. I'm allergic to avocado, so I have to tell them. Yeah, it's the worst. I didn't know that. It's so depressing.
No,
it's one of my favorite
for you.
foods. It's an allergy I actually developed later in life. I know.
It's so sad.
It's really sad. I used to eat avocados all the time. It was before they were like expensive. Mm-hmm. So I would just eat them nonstop. I make the best guacamole I've ever had in my life. Can't eat it anymore.
It's like a real bold statement, Seth.
Look, I don't brag a lot, okay? You know me.
It's not better than Andrew's.
Andrew and I had a competition one time.
Was I there?
I don't remember. And I don't even remember who won.
Wait, Andrew's been in 2 guac-offs because I did one with Jeff and Andrew. Are
you sure it wasn't Seth and Andrew? Anyway,
wait, so your allergy,
sorry,
does your throat close?
Yeah, I get all of it. Hard to breathe.
So sad.
Yeah. It is real sad. Feel bad for me. But anyway. Sorry, Trent. Continuing on.
Sorry, Trent.
But I do remember one time at an Italian restaurant when I wasn't that hungry, I ordered a Caesar salad but asked for extra croutons. The whole top layer of the bowl was croutons. That waitress got a big tip. I love it.
Nice.
I might just be a special case, but throughout pretty much my entire adult life, I've had almost exclusively female friends. It's only ever been a problem once. The husband of a friend told his wife that she wasn't allowed to be friends with me anymore. Whoa, oof. This, of course, was when they were going through a rough patch and I was trying to be a good friend. No nasty nakies ever happened with her. Please, people, don't let this spread, okay? I'm a fan.
Thank you so much, Trent. Thank you. I forgot I said that.
Yeah.
But I do call it the nakies.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure you do. I'm a fan of all of Michelle's Mitchisms, okay? But that one, I think, can just stay with that episode. Anyway, no nasty NICUs ever happened with her, or any friends for that matter. And honestly, most guys just suck. That all being said, I watched this movie a long time ago and don't remember many details, but I think it brings up important topics regarding relationships. Also, I agree that it would have been a better ending if they didn't end up together. So take that, Jamila. That's it from me. Keep on chugling. Trent from Never Seen It.
Wow, Trent! Thanks
Trent.
So much. Great points.
Yeah, great points. Hey, if you want to send us an email, moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com, we'd love to hear from you. Usually it's on an episode, but we just had so many. It was like, look, 25 minutes.
I know, we had to catch up.
There's just no way we could have done this.
Yeah. Any final words?
Well, Gain, we really learned a lot here today.
Are you serious?
We learned that...
This is me. Wrap it up!
Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we answered whatever questions you had. Send us an email, subscribe, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You can listen to our podcast. That's the main thing that we do. And Michelle, thanks.
Thanks, Seth. Thanks, friends.
Have a good one. Peace out.